Hey everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Dan
This
and
is
Cindy.
this is Sunsets with.
Dan and Cindy at Cracker Barrel. Yes.
Yes, we're definitely on location
we are
today.
Literally on the road today.
We told you we'd be coming to you with something a little bit different than usual, and this is it with one of our favorite sponsors in the backdrop, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Eating my favorite road food, meatloaf at Cracker Barrel.
Well, let's talk about what you've got there. Tell us, Cindy, what do you have?
Meatloaf, baked
Tell us what you
potato, and green beans. This is my all-time comfort food meal.
She's a happy camper. Okay.
When I was traveling all the time, it's the first thing I would make when I came home was meatloaf.
You know what?
So I love meatloaf so much.
That's one of those signs, along with the eyelashes coming off.
Yes,
That's Sam
and the
knew.
fingernails going away.
Sam knew when the meatloaf was in the oven.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Well, what you see here, I've got a beautiful fried chicken salad. So it's a little bit of southern fried, a little bit of healthy. But just lettuce. I always say in a salad,
Southern fried and a little bit of healthy.
you know, that lettuce in a good salad should just be a garnish.
A garnish,
You know,
exactly.
you ought to have a lot of cheese,
A lot of
a
stuff.
lot of
I
ranch.
still ask them for extra stuff. Well, Kristen has taken very good care of us today here at Cracker Barrel.
Again, we want to thank Cracker Barrel.
Well, did they sponsor us?
Yeah.
They're
gotta help.
sponsored by us
We're kind of
because we're at Cracker
them.
Barrel. But I do my very favorite Cracker Barrel story. Can I tell this really
You
fast?
got to. It's good.
A
It's
few
perfect.
years ago, I had an album, on the rack at Cracker Barrel's Christmas album.
Such a name dropper.
It was, what a fun store they have in there. Anyway, my mother, who loves Cracker Barrel, by the way,
Nana.
she knows
Nana.
that I've been on the Tonight Show, and I've been at Carnegie Hall, and I've been at the Kennedy Center and Radio City Music Hall. But let me tell you, when my album CD was in Cracker Barrel, she said, "Finally, you've done something with your life." Of course, she was, making a joke, but I love that
serious.
so much. So Cracker Barrel is very high up in our family. In fact, a few Thanksgivings ago,
Yeah, tell them about this. Well, this is sort of a
it's a tip.
turkey tip.
Turkey tip.
Turkey
tip.
Turkey tip. Here it is. You heard it today.
And I just asked Kristen, she said Cracker Barrel as a company have not decided yet if they're going to do this because it's been a crazy year. But a few years ago, we actually called ahead and picked up Cracker Barrel Thanksgiving dinner for our family.
Family.
Because nobody wanted
at that
to
time,
cook.
a family of 22 or 25.
And we drove through, they put it in our car, we took it home, and we ate it, and it was fabulous. So be watching Cracker Barrel
fan the flies. That's all I'm
online.
doing. Fan the
It's
flies.
so good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're doing. We're doing a little traveling. What's our almanac?
Well, almanac
today.
So we're on 65. Did you tell them where we're going? Did you tell them
Well, I just thought
Okay, almanac. Okay,
tell the
well,
almanac first.
We'll take you to, remember our friend since 1792, your almanac. Give it to it.
Almanac moment. Yeah.
And the forecourt. That's it. Just hanging out with the forecourt. But welcome to Saturday. Today, believe it or not, somehow September's gone. This is the last Saturday in September.
can't believe
It's
it.
hard to believe. September 26th. Again, now we're back to Central. Well, we're going to actually be in Eastern time, so this is somewhat Boston. Sunrise today, 6:36, and sunset a lovely 6:34.
Wow, it is getting shorter and
I
shorter.
know it is. You know it. You
Because
can
when we
feel it.
started, it was like 8:30 sunset.
Yeah, you can feel that happening. It's getting shorter and shorter. It's moving towards that winter solstice in December, but 11 hours, 58 minutes of sunshine today.
And it's beautiful.
Perfect. About 80 degrees. Let me see exactly where we are today. Look, actually 72 where we're at. High of 80, partly cloudy, just a beautiful fall. Just a slice of San Diego, we might say.
Indeed. So we are on the road because we came to Nashville, Tennessee. Because grandbaby number 7
That's
was born
this way.
number
You have to do it this way for Aiden. I was trying to show Aiden yesterday.
And-
4 and 4 was 8, and he goes, no.
No.
This is it. So he, you
Yeah,
have to
do
do it a
not
certain way.
mess with him with math because he will set you straight.
Set it straight.
So grandbaby number 7, Jack, who came in at a whopping
Okay.
9 pound 3 ounces.
Okay, for those of you that were placing over under.
But kudos to the parents.
Oh,
It was incredible.
perfect.
And
20
we are
inches?
just
20 inches
20
and
inches,
9.3
9
p.m.
point. And here's the best part.
Come on.
He was born. We were kind of hoping for this.
Mm-hmm.
So he was literally born on September, obviously the
Monday.
21st,
Mm-hmm.
and so he was born on. How does it go?
Do you remember?
Do you remember the 21st night of September? That's when he was born.
All
so
right,
we
so-
will always remember Maurice.
There could be a little bit of musical DNA flowing through
I love that so
Jack's
much.
veins.
So now, while we have a few days because the other grandma,
Yes.
Gigi,
Gigi.
she's
Don't you
there
love that, Gigi?
helping with Jack and Mama this week, and I'll be helping with Jack and Mama next week. And it's so funny because grandparents, we couldn't go to the hospital,
Right.
and so
Right.
Gigi and I we were on the phone texting, talking
Yes.
all week,
All week.
all night. I mean.
Well, all night.
And it's like, well, I haven't heard anything. She said, well, the last time I heard something was from Rachel. So John's your son. You need to text him. And so we decided we should have just gotten together somewhere and just played cards all night. Because we ended up
that's
talking.
right.
But it was just great, and everything went well. And Mama is a champ.
Oh, what a!
Oh, my
she's
goodness.
just a rock star.
And Jack is just absolutely gorgeous. So now we are on our way to
Yes.
Indiana,
Yes.
where we had a baby. We didn't have a baby.
Well,
We
our
had
oldest,
a
our oldest,
grandbaby,
yes.
grandbaby number 5.
5. Yeah,
No,
grandbaby
grandbaby
5.
number 5.
Yes, 5.
That we have seen in person for about 10 minutes.
No, 30.
30
It's a
minutes.
30 minutes. 30. We stopped on.
We
that
did
was
a
the first COVID.
drive-by.
It
We
was the
did a
COVID tour.
drive-by early on in COVID.
And we didn't even go live with you because we were trying to be so good, everybody. When we made a loop up through Nashville.
Checked on my parents, checked on the new
We did
grandbaby.
go Nashville,
We went to
Nashville on our way, and then went to spend some friends. We went to be with some friends.
So
But-
we are going to
That was
get
April.
to see and hold. So excited, grandbaby number 5. So
He's a
you know
dude.
what? That's the least. I know a lot of you have had way more difficult things
Right.
to deal with in COVID.
Right.
So we certainly are not
But
minimizing
it's made it
that.
unusual that at
But-
5 months, this guy, he's got to know Poppy and Nani.
Yes, he
So
does. So we're
we're on
so
a mission.
excited.
It's a mission today.
And to see the older grands as well. So we're excited about that and get my eyes on my parents
Agree. Papa
as
Nana.
well.
Papa
But
Nana.
I do have a funny grandparent story to tell about you. So we were in Nashville just a couple days ago, and Aiden, who's 4, wanted Poppy
This many.
to put him to bed. So
But
Poppy
we
went.
have done super wind down, back up.
Yeah, we gotta explain all that. We're not
Okay,
gonna explain
super
all that.
wind down. That's another tip I'll give you later, guys.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is
win.
awesome.
But anyway,
So Poppy went in there, he and Aiden laid down, and 5 minutes went by, 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by. We said, do you think they're asleep? And Jen said, well, let's look on the monitor. So we looked on the monitor. Aiden was still wide awake. Poppy was sound asleep. So it's like,
they asked me, in my defense, they asked me to put him to bed. So I'm modeling good behavior.
how to go to sleep.
As a grandparent.
Aiden's
Aiden-
legs were all up on the wall. It was the best. It was
I
just
was
the
like
best.
saying, Aiden, look, this is what you got to get very still. Let your breathing. And then,
So we have 2 grandparent tips actually. So the first one is super wind down. Why don't you explain that?
Tell
Yeah,
us.
and then I'll
Okay.
tell the other one.
But this really super wind down began when we had 8 kids. So it's really a grandparent And you know, it's really a survival.
Second generation.
Second generation. It's really a survival plan that she and I came up with on
Totes.
Friday nights.
Totes.
Friday nights, and it used to be when ABC had just, it was one of those, the right time at the right place with the right series of, you know, what was some of the shows on Friday night?
I
Remember?
honestly
Boy
don't
Meets
remember.
World.
Boy Meets
Boy
World.
Meets World. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was that Friday night run, and you know what, man? After a week of school, we were exhausted. The kids were exhausted. You get so what you do on Friday nights, get every blanket, and they were too young for Friday night football.
Right.
Sleeping bags, blanket. I mean, put a pallet.
I mean, they're young, so.
They were young, 11 and under.
Sleeping bags were awesome.
Yes.
Sleeping bags, quilts, have
Pillows.
everybody bring their
Hunker
stuff.
down. And everybody's got to have their own space. Can't be laying on. They got to be neat.
Stop breathing my air.
That's right. Put them all out. Get out on that floor, okay, right in front of the TV. Hit the on button. Get the volume. Bring the lights down.
Yes.
And you've got super wind down.
Yeah.
Now there could be snacks.
There could be snacks.
asked
Often
me-
there is popcorn involved.
That's it. With Papa, we got to give a shout out to Papa because he watches these. Papa, your homemade corn with the real butter, melted butter, the best. The best.
Forget about it, as my brother
But
Mike would say.
super
Forget
wind down.
about it.
You ask me, I know you're wondering, does it work? The proof is in the pudding that now, tonight, when we go with the grandkids, the Indiana grandkids, tonight, they will request super wind down.
Well, actually,
So-
I was talking to their mother already on the phone, and they said, "Oh, since Poppy and Nani are here, Super Wind Down's probably going to go to about 10." Boom!
So you know it sticks out there, grandparents, pre-retirees. You know it sticks when the next generation
Yes.
keeps those traditions.
So that's
They
a
keep
fun
it going.
one, super wind down.
But
in that same, idea, this is my grandparent tip. Is that so? We have 8 kids. You can imagine there are just different styles of parenting, and all of that.
Yes.
And here's really our tip: is step into their routine.
meaning there are
each
daily,
family.
yes.
There are some families that get started at 8 a.m. There's some families that get started at 6 a.m. But
How
it's
about
more
top of noon?
How about the crack of noon, exactly. But we just have found that it's so much easier. Now we take grandparent licensing. We do stuff. Don't get me wrong.
We do.
But when you can step into their routine, it really serves the parents as well. Because you know what? Those parents have worked really hard to establish the routine. And so it's a win-win for everybody. And there might be a little extra ice cream here and there, or, a little extra
DQ.
scratch back,
Make a pizza.
or
Don't you
make a pizza.
Tell them what you do with that.
Okay,
That's
here
really good.
is-
Okay,
here's
but
another
before
grandparent
we go
tip.
to that, she's heading to that again. Routine key. But this is, I watched this and it works.
It does work. So, make a pizza. Now our
I got
kids
it.
request. Well, our grandkids, not our
Yes,
kids,
yes,
but they
yes.
would probably if they knew. Pizza on their back, okay? So they're laying on their
How do
back.
you do that? Tell
and
us, Cindy.
you roll out the dough, okay? Which
roll out
means
the dough.
deep massage, right?
Okay, rolling out the dough.
And then you ask them, do you want sauce? And if there's
Can we go
still
light sauce?
you can do light sauce.
okay.
Sometimes we put ranch dressing on it.
Oh.
So we, put the sauce on, and then I say, do you want pepperoni? Thanks, Kristen. Do you want pepperoni? So we make little circles, all like all in their back, right? And then sausage.
Yeah, she's the boss.
You put
Little sauce. Oh, you're the sausage?
sausage, and then cheese.
Well, you do the
Cheese
cheese.
is like cheese.
Oh.
Okay, then we have to let it
Do
cook.
they even make it? to the
Yeah, no,
cheese?
very rarely. Very rarely. So
I
then,
was somewhere between the sausage and pepperoni. I went to see.
so last night we had bananas, or a couple nights ago we had bananas on it. We had apples
Oh,
on
you're
it.
open for other
Oh
ingredients.
yeah, whatever they want. And then when they cook it, this is the key. Then after it gets out of the oven, you slice it in little tiny pieces. So you go. And then another So you make a and
Okay,
then
we
you
gotta
go
stop. I'm
across.
getting sleepy right now.
You go
I'm getting
make
sleepy.
it little tiny,
Gotta drive.
tiny pieces. And usually by the time I finish cutting the pizza, they are out. It is
Cindy,
magic.
Cindy, you had me at pepperoni, sausage, and double cheese.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. Making.
Make a pizza.
You know what? There's a spiritual
Yeah.
context in that because instead of rolling the beads, she's rolling the dough.
Exactly.
Babe, that's
But
so
this was kind of our grandparent
You see,
episode
you
because
step into.
it's just
Here's
so
the point.
fun. Step into their
Step into their world.
yeah.
The parents, and you know what? With 8, it took us quick to figure out. Each of them are going to have a little
Yes,
bit in review,
exactly.
and it's a beautiful thing to see. Some are apples, some are oranges. Oh, it was funny here in Alley this morning. Last night, I got to tell you, Yaya and Will, they've got little Nora, and so they were all sitting. The kids were talking, and I love to just be a bird when all the kids, grown-ups, start talking about their routines
Yeah,
and this.
yeah.
And they go, and this was a big morning for Aiden because he could have eggs. Remember?
Yeah.
You want
He's
to tell
been
him?
allergic. Yeah.
Okay, but it was a big morning for breakfast at 7:30 a.m. Aiden was going to have eggs.
He hasn't had eggs.
And they
since
were
we
talking
were-
about it. And they looked at Allie and she goes, we're not really that kind of morning people.
I know, right? Right.
You know what I mean? So it's,
But you step in or you're going to miss.
Into there.
You're going to miss. Like when, yeah. So,
That's right.
it's been a grandparent kind of episode.
It
but
has
that's
been.
just kind
Our
of where we
tips.
are. And we want to close. Don's going to read a scripture, but I want to close with a song my brothers wrote when the twins were born.
so good.
And so now the twins, they have their own kids. Is that just the sweetest?
The picture I wish I could show you, what she's going to say is little buddy, what got me this weekend in Nashville was our little curly-headed, red-headed buddy. Our little buddy has
As
a little
buddy, I
buddy.
can't even stand it. I
know.
can't even. And the chorus, the lyrics of this chorus, because I'm not going to sing it at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
The
No, we
lyrics
could.
of this chorus
I got it.
is so timely for all of us. I think to just remember that we are created by God and that He loves us. And so the chorus says, "You are a masterpiece, a new creation He has formed, and you're soft." Oh, that jack is soft and scrunchy.
Oh.
You're soft and fresh as a snowy winter morn. And I'm so glad that God has given you to me. Little Lamb of God, you are a masterpiece. Read that, where that verse
This
comes
is Psalm 139. I'm reading from the Message, starting in verse 13 to 16. That's really the genesis of the song Masterpiece. Oh yes, you shape me first inside and then out. No, it's so
Love
good.
that.
You formed me in my mother's womb. I thank you, high God. You are breathtaking. Body and soul, I'm marvelously made. I worship in adoration. What a creation. You know me inside and out. You know every bone in my body. You know exactly how I was made bit by bit. How I was sculpted from nothing into something. Like an open book, you watched me grow from conception to birth. All the stages of my life, all the stages of my life were spread out before you. The days of my life are all prepared before I even live one day.
That's so much.
So this may be a little sappy, this one today, but that's just where we
We're
are.
sappy techy today.
We're sappy techy. We're live. We're on location.
Well, we've recorded this live.
Yes.
We're going to play it
Yes.
on Saturday.
But we wanted to come to you knowing that I'll be, in full-on
Poppy Nine.
wedgie wrestling.
Did you say wedgie?
I'll probably have one or two, probably at least,
And super
super wind down, DQ. I'm telling you, ices. These are the things. It's the little things, grandparents. Don't forget.
And
It's
roll
the
that
little
pizza. Make a pizza.
roll the dough. Roll the dough. So from Cracker Barrel, we want to thank again Cracker Barrel and our sweet
We
Kristen.
do want to thank 7 grandkids, and we have another one coming in October. So we will keep you posted on grandkid number 8. You all have a great week. We'll see you. Enjoy each and every sunset.
God bless. See you next week.